Hi everybody, greetings from the porch swing. You know how I love it. It is the most pitch perfect, beautiful day here in Austin, and I haven't really been inside. So, a couple things to tell you. This is the book selection for the Jen Hatmaker Book Club in March. The Paris Bookseller. I will freely admit to you that I chose this book straight out of my feelings. All right? Sometimes you do. Sometimes you read a book right out of your feels. I think if you know me at all, you know how I feel about travel. I am a traveler. I'm not a things person. I'm just not. I don't care. But I, for sure, want to see the world. The one city that I have not been to, that I want to go to, I think the most, is Paris. Haven't been there. And so I feel real dreamy and like moody and very romantic about Paris. And this book by Carrie Marr is based on a true story of an American named Sylvia Beach. And she opened a bookstore in Paris in the 20s, I think maybe actually 1919, called Shakespeare and Company. And so it's the home of where a ton of like literature friendships from the most famous writers of the time were formed. Is like really special to the reader community and the writer community and the literature community and the bookstore community, and that's all my favorite things. I don't know if you've ever heard me say this, but back in the olden days when I was just like, what do you want to be, when people were like, what do you want to be when you grow up, Jen? I was like, a librarian. So this hits all the marks for me. Libraries, Paris, books. Anyway, this is our March selection in Jen Hatmaker Book Club, and I am so excited for my crew to read this book. It's just romantic, like literally in the truest sense of the word. It's romantic in your just heart and soul, not necessarily just love romance, but like Paris in the 20s. Speaking of travel, do you know and have you heard that I have invited you to go on vacation with me? I surely hope you haven't missed this, because I love to travel so much. Particularly, I love to travel with my friends. That's my first choice. And my crew and I have been trying to figure out, honestly, for years, how to do something fun like that, a fun trip with you, with my community. It's just there's so many of us, and it was always hard to try to, how do we do this? How do we manage the logistics? How is it even possible? And we decided that we could do it on a cruise, because everything's just baked in, right? Like you sign up, and that is where you're staying, and that is your food, and that is your entertainment. Like it's all in one deal. And so we are offering our first ever, hopefully not last, Jen Hatmaker cruise. It's November 1st through the 5th of this year. We're going out of Galveston, and a 4-day cruise, and it is just, we're so excited. My sisters, my mom, my daughters, like I'm bringing all my people. This is a vacation. And so this isn't necessarily like, let's take a trip together and make it like meaningful, and we need to learn things and develop and go to classes. This is a vacation. We're going for fun. And what happens on the ship stays on the ship. All right? I ought to have you sign an NDA on that if you're coming with us. And a bunch of you already are. And so I want to tell you that we've got some spots and we want you to come. So this is for, bring anybody you want. Bring your best friend, bring your sisters or daughters or moms, bring your whoever, sister, I don't care. Bring your husband. We've got some husbands coming. That's real. They're coming. They're like, look, the ship is big. If we don't want to be around that many women, we will just go to the other side of the ship. I'm like, that's right, dude. Like, we could spread out, man. So we would love to have you. I'll put the information down below. And you got time. You got a little bit of time here. You got some runway. to get it figured out. And so, you want to take a trip? You want to take a vacation? I am fun. Me and my people are a good time on a trip. I think that you know for sure. Also, come join us in book club. Book club's the best. Fun fact before I let you go. My book for February that we're just wrapping up, we kind of had this whole emphasis on sort of our sexuality and what we were both unlearning and learning, and our heads and the narratives we've had to ingest and sort of unravel. Just all of it was all in there. Anyway, our February book was Come As You Are by Emily Nagoski. Maybe the most clever title ever. But anyway, because that was our February book, and I was doing all kinds of stuff, interviewing Emily for book club, having all this stuff. Book club gets a bunch of extra stuff all the time. That book has been out, like on my table and everywhere around me, on my nightstand, out here on the porch for about 6 weeks. And my kids are like, Mom, we get it. We don't want to see your book anymore. I'm like, it's for work. And they're like, okay. So they'll be very happy to see the Paris Bookseller in its place. So, all right. So, Paris Book Club, if you're interested, we got your spot. Vacation, Jen Hatmaker cruise. Come on, man. You know we're going to have a good time. You know that we are. I'll put links to both down below. All right, you guys. Kisses from the porch swing.